Hi, my name is Tanu Tiwari, and I am the author of Disengaged, turning passive teams into proactive microcultures. This book is about leadership behavior and the kind of environment that people experience at work under their leaders, and how that shapes whether they take initiative or just stick to what's expected of them. We spend nearly 1/3 of our adult life at work, if not more. And for some people, it ends up becoming 100% of their identity. And yet, the numbers show that only 31% of employees are actively engaged at work, and 7 out of 10 people that leave because of their managers, not because of their companies. While writing this book, I kept coming back to this very interesting pattern that many of the most disengaged employees were once the most motivated ones. They didn't start out indifferent. They started out engaged, full of ideas, ready to contribute. But something shifts along the way. Why? What became clear to me that disengagement is rarely about individual attitude alone. Although that's the first place our minds go, and we blame individuals involved. But what I found instead is that it's a response to the stimulus created by signals and systems at work every day. I was inspired to write this book because I noticed that leaders are held responsible for outcomes, but they're rarely taught what drives those outcomes at team level. What leaders are really shaping day by day, whether they realize it or not, is the microculture, the true lived experience of being a part of that team. And those microcultures are built through very concrete things. How decisions are made, what gets rewarded, what gets ignored, and what people learn is safe to do. Over time, those signals compound, and they either activate initiative or quietly shut it down. My perspective is shaped by being on both sides of this experience and the work I do with leaders every day as a coach. I've led teams, navigated high pressure environments, and I've had moments where I didn't recognize how I was showing up as a leader. And through that, I started to see how well-intentioned leaders can unintentionally create disengagement. We all know that leaders are often stuck in the middle, carrying the pressure from the business while managing expectations from the team. And in that dynamic, many of us end up becoming the pressure funnel, absorbing the tension and demands from above and pushing them right through to the team below, often without space to think and respond with intention. This book is an invitation to step out of that pattern, to stop operating only as a conduit, and to start becoming the architects of the microculture your team needs. Because leadership at its core is not about constant involvement in firefighting. It's about designing an environment that can sustain performance, ownership, and momentum even if you're not in the room. Where people don't wait to be told what to do, where ideas move, initiative is taken, and where innovation has space to breathe. My hope for this book is that it changes how leaders see their role and realize that they have agency to not just act as managers of performance, but as designers of microcultures that leave a long-lasting legacy. You'll enjoy this book if you lead people, work closely with teams, or if you simply want to understand what makes people feel energized, proactive, and fully invested at work, or what causes it all to slowly disappear. My name is Tanu Tiwari, and I am the author of Disengaged, turning passive teams into proactive microcultures.